Just like a dozen houses, there's like 100 houses. No idea what this place is. I'm gonna ask. Hopefully somebody knows. I think these might be core houses, because over on this other side here, I don't know if you can see it, all there, it looks like people are actually living in them. But I don't understand why this side there's not anybody living. I don't know. This is the other side. There's actually a whole bunch of people living here. It's actually a nice place. You can see the houses. People are actually living here. Except for on the other side. Everything is destroyed. You can see things are wrecked. Probably from typhoons. So I got directions to the airport. I kind of came too far this way, but we'll head over to the airport. Going out of town. It's funny because so many people ask me why I don't buy a car, and you can see why. The roads are not always very car friendly, especially this one. Apparently this is the way. So it's hilarious because when I'm looking for the airport, I asked the lady there in the town and she said, oh, go left, keep going straight. And I'm sitting there thinking, okay, well, I'll get to the front door, the gate of the airport, you know, the terminal. But instead, it brought me all the way to the runway. So at the moment, I'm not at any airport terminal, I'm on the runway. I think that's hilarious. You just drive out onto the runway. Who knows if there's an airplane gonna land? You just drive right out. And it's actually kind of funny because there's a lot of animal poop all over the runway. So I kind of think they don't use this airport very much. But let's go for a boot down the runway. See how that goes. It's time to take off! Wasn't enough runway for me to be able to take off, but some pretty nice beaches over here. I'm going to drive around, follow some little trails and see what's what. So I'm at the end of the runway. I was really hoping to take off with my motorcycle, but it just wasn't going to happen. But you can see the thing. See how far the runway is. It looks like some hotel over here. Sounds like they're doing some work on it, but there's nobody here. Nobody. Me and the cows and the carabaos. But it's pretty cool. It's neat. Never thought I'd be on a runway. Never thought I could just drive out onto the runway. Nobody cares. In fact, there's like everybody drives across the runway. Everybody has their fishing boats over there. And so there's all these little trails where people are driving and, you know, they come off across the runway and then into the bushes over there where the water is. Kind of wonder, you know, what do they do when planes actually need to land? It's like somebody run out, sweep all the poop off the runway and tell everybody to get off, or is it just like land at your own risk? I don't know. So I'm on the other side of the airport, and it's right on the ocean. There's a bay here that comes around. Fish jumping in the water there. That's pretty cool. And you can see that's the point. There's a point that comes out and goes pretty far that way. I'm gonna try to go down the road a little bit more over there and see what's what. But yeah, this is on the other side of the airport. And this is pretty cool. It's like right on the ocean, right here. Can't imagine what typhoons are like coming through here. And the airport obviously gets shut down, but pretty intense, pretty neat. I'm at the end of the trail that I was following and led me over to this side of the bay. So I'm gonna have to turn around and go back the way I came, head back to the airport runway, and maybe head to the end of it, other end of it, and see what the other side looks like over there, and see what kind of cool things I can find there. But it's kind of neat. Got chased by a dog, not the greatest, but we'll turn around and see what we can do. You can see the fish out there. There are fish jumping, flipping all over the place over there. So there's actually a lot of fishermen at this end of the runway. I'm at the other end, and yeah, there's actually a few islands too, which is pretty cool. Check it out. You can see the point of the island starts here, and then it goes all the way over. And then you can see over here, over by the rocks there, that's where it kind of goes into another little bay. And you can see all the fishermen in the water. It's not very deep. You can actually just like walk across almost. It's maybe chest deep for me. And then behind me, you can see the end of the runway. I'm not the only one who drives on the runway. But to be serious, I think there is a security guard who checks the runway, but I'm not sure. I saw a guy who had like official kind of police looking outfit, uniform on, and he was driving down the runway. And so I'm pretty sure you're not allowed just to joyride down the runway, but they don't seem to stop you if you go on the runway. So I don't know, but pretty sure there's somebody around if a plane needs to land, that they kind of go around and make sure nobody's on the runway. It's kind of cool when you can just walk out on somewhere where you usually are not allowed. Do that on other runways and you're in big trouble, especially in Canada. I'm gonna take one last joyride down the runway and then head home. To get a travel pass to come over here, so I don't know when the next time I'm going to get a chance to come back on the runway and drive all over the place.